What's up, dudes? Well, time for a video review because I don't feel like typing today and I'm a lazy ass, and that's basically the only reason. And I know you all miss my pretty face. So we're going to try this, and if you don't like swearing, I would consider not watching it. Anyway, this will be quick, easy, painless. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to. Let's go with the game of the week, which unfortunately involved my team, the War Pigs, playing the Bourbonites. This game pretty much knocked me out of playoff contention, considering tiebreakers and everything else. I'm now 5-7. War Pigs are 5-7. Bourbonites are now 7-5. Puts them right back in the mix of things in our division. 102 points for the Bourbonites, greatest amount for them probably a while. I had a respectable 91. Would have beat every other team this week except for two, which was Fury and the team I played, the Bourbonites. So that sucks ass. Pretty much it was Brady. Lacey blew up for 19. He's been shit all year, so that's just my fucking luck. Odell Beckham with 20. Julius Thomas with 17. Is that a season high? Fuck me up the ass. I had the regulars. Decker scoring again. My replacement Ware was 17. Roethlisberger 24. Pretty good. Doug Martin got fucked by his coach, barely played in the second half after having almost 100 yards in the first half. And Des Bryant with a big 2. That was awesome. So, yeah, things don't look good for the War Pigs. And like I said, Bourbonites right back in it. On the benches, Doug Baldwin had 32 on the Bourbonites bench. Good luck fucking ever repeating that in his career. And Deshaun Jackson had 12, basically catching one pass for a bomb touchdown. Pretty hard to start him when that's all he does. Let's go with another high-scoring game, even though it was kind of a blowout. Fury 104, Shadow King 75. Pretty good showing for Shadow Kings, considering his season. Martavis Bryant with 14, Rawls with 14, Wilson with 34. Again, good luck with that ever happening again. But man, Adrian Peterson, 30 points. Calvin Johnson with 27. Looking like his old self. Of course, now he's questionable with an ankle. Dude's always hurt. And Aaron Rodgers with another subpar showing, but didn't matter. We get all those other points coming in. Stafford on the bench for Fury at 34. Brandon Marshall had 25. So a lot of points available there. Kamar Aiken had 14 on the Shadow Kings bench. Fury's 8-4, tied for the best record in the league, I believe. Shadow Kings 1-11. So start figuring out that draft pick, Rod. Let's go with what do we got? We got Untouchables versus Bionic. This was a huge game for Bionic. Could knock him out of playoff contention here. He's 6-6 now. Basically have to win the last 2 weeks or have some crazy shit happen to get in. Untouchables, McCoy 18. I wanted to say AC Green for all you basketball fans of the 80s. AJ Green with 18. Carson Palmer 17. Pretty even attack there. Landry 22 for Buck Commandos, the only guy that really showed up. Everybody else was single digits. Hasselbeck on the bench for Buck Commandos had 20, better than Breeze's 9. What's up with the fucking Saints, dude? How are they horrible like that? Fitzpatrick had 27 on Untouchables bench. Let's go with... there's a couple of huge games here with shit scores. This is what pisses me off when you score 91 and a team wins that had 63. 63-60 for Bad Company. Huge game. Loss for the champ would have put him at 500. Instead, he's 7-5. Javoris Allen, Buck, as Dave liked to point out on the site there, Uncle Buck, with 14, led the team with 14. Matt Ryan had 13. Everybody else was single digits. Cartel had 20 from Eli Manning and 12 from his kicker, and that was it. This is a horrible game. Horrible game. 63-60. On his bench, been missing all year, 27 from C.J. Anderson for bad company. 16 for Chris Ivory. So I guess you picked the wrong running backs this week, dude, but you still won, so who gives a fuck? So let's see. We got Biohazards and the Bullies. Little smack talk going on between these pals. Another pretty low-scoring game with huge implications. Drops the Hazards to 7-5 into second place behind the Bullies at 8-4 in the division. 28 for Phillip Rivers for the Bullies. 17 for Gates. I mean, that connection blew up like it has a lot of times in the past. Macklin had 22 on the bench for the winning team. Travis Benjamin was 16 on the bench. And the losing Biohazards got a shit show, mostly Dalton and his kicker, 21 and 15. Everybody else single digits. On the bench, Coleman had 11. Big one, the killer, Sammy Watkins with 27. Might want to consider starting him over Diggs. Diggs had 3. Hearns got hurt. Can't blame him for that one. And, man, Watkins just blew up. Sorry, Timmy. Let's see here. Last one is, oh, yeah. Huge game. Drops the Sioux to 7-5. We've been on a huge roll. Kings grasp onto a win somehow, are 6-6, probably still an outsider for the playoff contention. 64-50. What the fuck kind of game is this? What horseshit. I had 91. Gronkowski had a good game, 14. Sanders, 11. 14 for Osweiler, of all people. Rest of the team didn't do shit. Chris Johnson got hurt. I'm talking about the Kings here, by the way. Fighting Sioux's one of the worst games he's had this year, if not the worst game. Newton had 15. Everybody else in single digits. Lamar Miller, 1 point. What the fuck? Doesn't look like he's hurt. Gurley had 3. Got some big names on this team, and nobody did shit. Derek Carr on the bench had 25. Stevie Johnson had 15. Allen Robinson, 11. Kelsey had 12. You would have had to combine a couple of those. Can't really blame him, just a shit week. But a huge win for the Kings. Don't know if it's going to affect the Sioux that much. If we're looking at the standings here, again, Broad Street Bullies in first place by a game over Hazards and Bourbonites in the SSC. War Pigs probably out at 5-7. AAC, Sioux tied now for first place with Bad Company. Both had shitty weeks, but Bad Company won. Kielbasa Kings 1 game back at 6-6. Cartel out at 2-10. PPC, Fury tied for first place at 8-4 with the Untouchables. And Commandos probably out at 6-6. Shadow Kings obviously out at 1-11. And, you know, some things to remember here. If you go to League Home, okay, I'm sorry, you go to League, you go to League Details, and I know a lot of you newbies haven't done this because you keep asking questions or wondering about rules. That's where all the rules are, okay? And in the, let's see, the section talks about the playoffs here. It's gameplay. Section D is gameplay. It says how playoffs are determined. Postseason seeding, that means the order you'll be in the postseason, will be decided by the following methods in this order. Overall record, head-to-head, total points, total yardage. Okay? So If you win your division, you're in. How do you win your division if you're tied? Conference ties will be broken by any of the following methods in this order. Head-to-head. So if you had some one other guy in your conference, head-to-head record. If you split, then it goes to conference record. So all you guys with shitty conference records, like in my division, you're going to lose out if you're tied overall record with somebody else, okay? Then points, then yardage. So the only difference there between postseason and conference is that in the conference record matters. After that, it doesn't matter. So if you're looking for those last 3 spots, the last 3 wild card spots, you need to have a better overall record, and then it will go head-to-head with who you're matched up against. If there's more than 3 teams, and it's not possible to figure out head-to-head that way, everybody beat each other once out of conference or whatever, then it will go to total points. If the 3 teams have the same record and you can't determine it head-to-head, it will go to total points. So if your team's been fucking lucky this year and doesn't have shit for points, but you've got a good record, which a few teams do, you might be in trouble when it comes down to the tiebreaker trying to get in. Again, this is in the league details section under league. That's something that will be asked about because I'm sure it's going to be a shit show trying to determine the last 3 teams again after the conference champions. So there you go. That's the review for the week. And sorry it took so long. Had a lot of long travel day. I know you guys don't give a shit. Well, Tim does. Tim pretends to care. But we got it done. It's amazing. I'm sure you guys just love seeing my beautiful fucking face. I know Dave appreciates Fallout Boy. Fallout Boy. That's hilarious. Vault Boy from Fallout. Even with a 101 on the back. It's just, he's so metal. But yeah, I've been playing that a lot. So me and Dave, video game nerds, and Mike once he gets it. Awesome. So for now, good luck tonight, starting tonight. Get your pick 'em picks in if you haven't done that. And you have any questions about playoff seeding and all that shit, which I'm sure everybody will in the next couple weeks, let me know. Last pickup deadline for free agents is before playoff start, which is week 15 for us. Some leagues start week 14. Our schedule works out perfectly for playoffs to be 15, 16, 17. Whether you like it or not, you have to be prepared. Ask Jeff Kent about being prepared going into the playoffs, who ended up with no quarterback in the finals there. And that didn't work out too well. Anyway, all right, dudes. I'll see you later and have a good week.